outer space, in outer space, in outer space, 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 in outer space, in outer space, in outer space.
All right.
Here
Welcome
we
to
go.
episode
One more time.
nullum ekis
Dos
ekis
XT,
bet-
Ekis.
Welcome to episode 25 of the Vast Differences podcast. I'm Thug Life.
And I'm Charity. And
today
today we're
we're
going to
gonna
talk
talk
about velociraptors.
But first, an advertisement from our advertiser.
There are journeys that turn into legends. Sir Sean Connery and Louis Vuitton are proud to support the Climate Project. Visit https:// for more information. I sounded so cool until I mixed up my slashes. Oh, darn.
It's okay. I'm just going to say it. Somebody please explain to me why Louis Vuitton would be advertising on a podcast.
Why wouldn't he be advertising?
We cannot be the target demographic they're looking for. Right?
Yeah, you would, because what do people need to carry their podcast devices in?
Ridiculous nonsense
Purses.
clothes? Oh, okay, yeah. Purses. I mean, I chose Louis Vuitton for my topic just because, and I mean, they're going to not advertise with us anymore after this because I'm about to talk about how nonsense I think they are. I just don't understand it. Somebody please explain to me what it is about, like, a slightly normal to weirder version of normal looking purse that you pay $500 for.
I don't know. I never got it. I'm a thrift store person. I'll go and spend like $80 at a thrift store and then have a whole new wardrobe for the entire year. All this like $500 bags. You know what I can do for $500?
4 years worth
I
of
can
work.
like go to a buffet 10 times.
Yeah, seriously.
But yeah, $500 for a bag. But a lot of people like to look at it as like a status symbol, or like, this is what I earned. This is what I can do with the money now because I earn enough money to get this. But some people are terrible with money and they buy it when they shouldn't use it. When they shouldn't get it in the first place. But it makes them feel better, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, you never know what's going on in the minds of
It
other
reminds
humans.
me of that app. There's an app called I Am Rich. Have you heard of this?
Oh yeah, it costs like $10,000 to purchase or something.
There's various different levels of it. The one that I saw was only $500, so I guess that's the poor man's I Am Rich app. But
I am kind of rich. But
the only
not
thing
really.
it does is it opens up and it displays a diamond, and the purpose of buying it is to show I had $500 that I wanted to waste on nothing. That's how rich I
I mean,
am.
but the person who thought of that app is like a genius. Because what do rich people like to do? Spend money on stupid stuff.
Even if he only sold one, he's a genius, because to make that, all he had to do was put a picture of a diamond. He didn't have to do any programming.
Exactly. I saw a book on Amazon that was like how I sold a book for $250,000. And the price, of course, $250,000. And it said, hurry up, only one left in stock.
Oh, that'd be excellent. Back in the day, I did a foray into t-shirt businesses. Speaking of the Vast Differences t-shirt shop that'll be set up someday soon,
Woo!
I had a t-shirt brand called Krusty's that actually sold some t-shirts. Like there's some designs I made in various parts of the world being worn, and that makes me happy. But there's one design I made that said, this shirt costs $250, and I used my parents' credit card to buy it.
What?
And it was priced at $250.
Anybody buy it?
No. Nobody
Oh
bought it.
man, that would have been so cool. You should market that on like whatever the websites rich kids go to. You should put that on Gwyneth Paltrow's website, because she has like a website of ridiculous stuff. Oh my god, like you could tell that she's kind of used to being rich. All her products are ridiculous and overpriced. So pitch that to her, and then she'll be like, oh, cool. Yeah, this is like a cheap t-shirt.
Hey, that's a good idea, though. I am going to target it to, like, find wealthy spoiled kids Facebook groups or something like that and advertise it to them. Only problem is that t-shirt shop that I had, 100% of proceeds went to charity. And I'm feeling like we can make some serious money now. So I'm going to take that shirt off of that site, make a new site, not for charity, just for me. Ooh!
I'm charity.
Yeah! Okay, this is money laundering at its finest. 100% of proceeds go to you, and then just as a friendly gesture, you might want to send me a gift of like 50% of that for Christmas.
Yeah, 10%. Okay.
Oh, have you tried to pitch yourself?
Yeah, how could you forget that you have a friend named Charity now?
Have you tried to pitch that to people who have like maybe shady benefit concerts or something like that? That, hey, I'm Charity. You know, you could give your proceeds to me, and then I'll give you a little something on the back end.
Oh, that sounds wrong.
Point being, Louis Vuitton is nonsense, and when I see it, I don't see it as a status symbol. I see it like somebody had the good fortune to be born into a life and be smart enough to be able to make money, and then they spent it on something stupid when they could have saved somebody's life.
Yeah.
Saved many people's lives for that amount of money, or bought something like truly enjoyable, or some cool piece of technology, or a cool car. I don't know. It just seems such a weird thing to me, high fashion. But you know,
it is. Well, a lot of this stuff is like, I read on Reddit that a lot of the places, like a lot of the higher end brands, they sell the same thing but in another brand, and it's just like half the price. But the one that they market under the higher end brand is cost more because people are paying for the name, not for the actual product.
Mm-hmm.
Marketing and capitalism in America, you can just make a whole topic off of that.
I know that I'd always suspected that like the more expensive things are made in the same place as the cheaper things, and then they just put a different label on it.
Exactly.
But now I know for a fact because, okay, so back in the day I used to date a girl whose parents won the lottery, and so she had very fine, refined tastes. And I, grew up on a farm. I'm more of a regular taste. So, of course, I like to buy my hand soap at Walmart like a normal person. But she wanted to buy hers at Target because it's like, super fancy.
Okay.
And, but one time I compared two bottles, one from Walmart, one from Target, the expensive one and the cheap one. They were the exact same bottle, exact same color, exact same label placement, exact same nozzle spout thing. The only difference was just the printing on the label. Mm-hmm. So they had quite obviously been made in the same factory.
Exactly.
In just a different...
I saw the person who made these bags. Like, they said that one was like I think they talked about Michael Kors bags. Like, the factory that makes the Michael Kors bag is the same factory that makes another off-brand bag. Like, it's the exact same bag, but one has the Michael Kors label and one has like a different label, and then one is half the price. But yeah, it's the exact same stuff. A lot of stuff do that. Like a lot of, what do you call it? Supermarket brand products. Like, say, Great Value for Walmart or whatever Target's supermarket brand is. Like, they're made in the same factory that is made for the higher, like the name brand products. But the supermarket buys like a stake in it, and they say, we want to make these products and market it under our brand, and so they have it done like that. But yeah, it's the exact same thing, just a different label. The exact same factory. One of the workers said that the only difference was that one went on this conveyor belt and the other went on that conveyor belt.
All right. Well, I guess the takeaway from this whole rant that I went on is that we really shouldn't judge people for their tastes and what they choose to purchase with their money. And I feel guilty for this whole thing that I had said, because if somebody likes Louis Vuitton, that's cool. They should buy that. It's their right, and who am I to sit here and be confused by it?
I mean, you can be confused by it because some people are like, there's a large spectrum of why people do this. You can do it because it makes you feel better. You can do it because you have a compulsion. You can do it because you want to brag about it. But there's like, somewhere on that spectrum, you have the right to be confused about that behavior. So, like,
oh yeah, it's their right. It's their right to buy it. It's my right to be confused about it. It would be my kinder right not to express my confusion about it, because they're just trying to live their life and be happy. So
yeah, but oh my God, if you take that stance on everything, you can't say anything about anything.
Maybe I won't.
And then you wouldn't even have a podcast. We're here to talk about things. And some viewers may have the same opinion. Some viewers may disagree, but that's okay. And everyone's not going to have the same viewpoint on everything. But it's nice to, like, just talk about things sometimes. Okay, let's move on to velociraptors because they're my babies.
Better topic.
If I could have any pet in the whole wide world, it would be velociraptors because they are so cute. And we're talking like Jurassic Park version velociraptors, like old Jurassic Park movies and even the new Jurassic World movie that came out. Those kind of velociraptors. Not the one that we know that the scientists have been like, oh, they're so tiny and they have feathers and they're basically chickens. I don't care about those kinds of velociraptors. My heart is with my babies from the Jurassic Park movies. They are just like the cutest things and they're so fast and so smart and so lethal. It's just like the perfect combination of a pet.
That sounds awesome. I've never seen any of the Jurassic Parks, but I'm going to watch them, all 5 of them, right after this podcast because of your description of velociraptors.
All right, and that's Vast Difference Podcast because I can't talk to anyone who hasn't seen Jurassic Park. I'll see you guys next time.
I just have one closing comment to make. What do you call it when T.I., Busta Rhymes, and Eminem get together to have do music concerts traveling around? They're renowned for very, very, very fast lyrics, right? So what do you get when you get those really fast lyricists to travel around and do music concerts? The velociraptor.
Ugh. God, I hate that you took my babies and made a pun out of them. They're like the worst. You're like the worst. They're not the worst. I'm sorry, velociraptors, if you're listening. I didn't mean to call you the worst.
So, I haven't finished this in my head yet. I'm just going to start it and see where it goes.
Okay.
What do you get when Putin works out a whole lot? Wait. What do you get when Putin, after he works out a whole lot and decides to divorce his wife? And that happened more than one time, and those wives form a support group. What did they call their support group?
What?
Tyrant is sore us X. That's the best pun that's yet been formed.
Nope, too much of a stretch. For all my friends who are listening and think that I have terrible jokes, I hope you take note that there is someone out here who is way worse than I am. Like, really bad. So, you are welcome.
Maybe that would have been better with Kim Jong-un because he's more universally considered to be a tyrant.
Okay, you don't have to explain it. It was just, I got it. It's just terrible. Oh no, you got your thinking face on again. Don't do it.
Maybe with an accent, it would have been better.
Oh God.
Did you ever see Land Before Time?
Of course I did, and it broke my heart.
Don't lose your way with each passing day. Oh man, that brings tears to my eyes, that song. His mom, oh man, they found the Great Valley in the end. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I need to watch those movies again. I think it's time to relive my childhood trauma.
Mm-hmm. The narrator's great. Sarah was still too proud to admit that she'd gone the wrong way.
Sarah, oh my gosh, she made me so angry. But then in that one part when she was like left in the cold and everyone else was cuddling together and she was left all alone on that rock, little Charity cried. Because I was like, oh, she just wants to be accepted.
No, she didn't. She wanted to be mean to everybody.
No, she didn't. You saw that little
heart of gold.
You saw that look on her face, though. She was just tough because that's how her dad was. Like that's how she was raised. But she just wanted to be accepted and loved, and she thought that was the way to do it because that's all she ever saw. And Littlefoot is showing her that she doesn't have to be like that.
Okay, yeah. Once again, you're right. That was true. I was wrong about that. And then Littlefoot. You know, he had the good fortune to have been born in a loving family, like grandparents and mom that were really kind to him.
Mm-hmm.
So even though she didn't deserve kindness in that moment, he showed her just unconditional love and invited her into the bed with the other 5 of them.
Invited her into the cuddle puddle.
Yeah. The part where Sharptooth opens his eyes when Sarah is headbutting him, that part is too intense to put into a kid's movie. I don't know what they were thinking, but that's a nightmare.
Sharptooth.
Yep.
I personally like the little Sharptooth, the velociraptors.
Did you ever see
They were
the sequels to those?
adorable.
They made like Littlefoot 2 or Land Before Time 2.
Land Before Time 2 and 3. I saw all the way up to 3. Actually, I know. I saw all the way up to 3 that I can remember, but then I remember going up to like 8.
They went further.
But I don't remember
There's
any
like
of
part
those.
11, part 12. Littlefoot goes to college. They
What?
just didn't know when to, they should have made an animated
So my gosh,
series out of
sometimes
it.
you just gotta know when to stop. Littlefoot goes to college. That would be so funny if that was true.
Let's crowdsource that. All right. Everybody go to patreon.com/Littlefoot goes to college and let's make this a reality.
Oh, Littlefoot. Well, he would be Bigfoot by then. I wonder if his name changes as he ages.
It's better. If not, that was really short-sighted on the part of his mother.
Yeah, it's like being called Timmy your whole life, even when you're 80 years old. Timmy. Like, you just can't be a Timmy after a while. You can be a Tommy, but you can't be a Timmy. You have to go to Tim.
Okay, we need that for all
Or
names.
Timothy.
What is the equivalent in charity?
Well, my name growing up was Che, because my
Che?
siblings
That's pretty
called
cool.
me that.
What's up, Che?
It's so weird to hear.
Can I have permission to call you Che?
No, you don't. It's so weird hearing my
On special occasions.
It's so weird hearing. It's so weird hearing non-family members call me that. My roommates, they throw it out occasionally, and every time they say that, I am like, "How did you know my nickname?" And then I remember that I told them once. But it's like they do it so rarely that it throws me off every single time. Because it's just like something you haven't heard. But some names do not age well. Like, some names age well, but when you're young, it's really weird to call you by that name. Like Edna. Edna is such an old lady name.
Bertha.
But when you're Bertha too, like, come here, little Bertha. Agnes, come here. You're such
I
a
hope
cute
I have
little
kids
toddler.
someday just so I can do that to them. Give them the weirdest, oldest person name.
It's a name you have to grow into, like Murray. Murray for a guy. Like, I knew a kid in high school named Murray. And I was like, well, at least you won't have to worry about your name when you're older.
I guess that's better, though, because you're an adult for longer than you're a kid. So if your name on your birth certificate is Lil Timmy, then you have to live with that your whole life. But if your name's Murray, then, by age 18, it's a respectable name, and you can just go about your life being respected.
Yeah.
Whereas Lil Timmy would have to become like an actor or a musician or comedian or something.
Most likely a musician. A mediocre one.
Do you have what else do you have to say about velociraptors? Anything cool that we should?
Nothing is just they're the best animal on the entire world, and I have a T-shirt with velociraptors on it, and it's my favorite T-shirt in the entire world. And Jurassic World is coming out soon, and I'm really excited because they'll have velociraptors again, and they're my favorite animal in the whole world. Do you have one of those
Jurassic or velociraptor costumes?
I wish.
The inflatable ones?
I wish. But those are velociraptors. Those are T-Rex costumes.
The same. Velociraptor is like Timmy and T-Rex is like Timothy, right?
Thank you for listening to Vast Differences Podcast.
Okay. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Wait. How are they the same?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So as you know, Charity, the purpose of this podcast is to discuss the vastly different topics in the universe and come to the inevitable conclusion that they're the same thing. So are Louis Vuitton and velociraptors the same?
Huh. Louis Vuitton.
I'll cut out the pause. It'll be awesome. It'll be
Okay. Louis Vuitton and velociraptors.
You're going to sound so quick.
Huh. How are they the same? Why don't you do one? I've been doing it for like the past 10 episodes.
I know. That's because you're the only one that wants to keep this dinosaur of a segment going. It needs to have a Sims comet meteor fall to Earth on the school with it in it.
Don't go to prom. Louis Vuitton and velociraptors are the same because they're both ancient history. Woo!
Good point. After this podcast, nobody's going to buy a Louis Vuitton. All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening to episode 0025 of the Vast Differences podcast. I'm Douglas.
And I'm Charity. And this was Vast Differences. Kill.